Hey guys, welcome to the first ever episode of our podcast slash stream slash whatever you want to call it. We're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff today, from the Trump indictments to the president elections to World War III, supposedly that's going to happen, to what's going on in the Middle East, what's going on in the world in general, to things on the internet, from sexist remarks or women feminism to menimism or whatever you want to call it, MGTOW, or to just about anything. We're going to be talking about anything that should be focused on when it comes to terms of our everyday life, to LGBTQ plus subscription, to what's going on in the schools with them teaching it, to the indoctrinations of college and how college is literally a scam, which Charlie Kirk does say it's true. Just about everything. So I'm here to bring light on certain topics, and these are all just opinions. These are not truths. These are not my truths bullshit. These are just my opinions of what I think, what should happen, or what is going to happen. They're not here to mislead you and misguide you and tell you some bullshit information. This is just what I believe, what I think, how I feel. That's all it is. I'm Malice, and I'm here with my co-host.
Hi, what's up, motherfuckers? I'm Zombie Mom, and welcome to our Everything and Anything podcast. We will be talking about anything and everything. And we're hoping you enjoy all the bullshit and the funny humor that you'll be listening to. Please like, share, comment. We like to hear from you haters and non-haters. So, fuck y'all with all the love we could give you.
All right, everybody. We're going to be talking about some very important stuff today. The main one is going to be the Trump bullshit that's going on. What? Son of a bitch. Really?
Yeah.
What the motherfucker? Can you hear me now?
The red thing. What is the red thing?
These?
Yeah.
It's just mute.
That's probably why I can't hear you.
Well, you can't hear me, but they can. We can't hear each other.
Oh, okay.
So we're not overlapping our voices. Because if I turn these on, and you talk and I talk, we're going to mess up our voices. And then you're going to have that.
Okay.
So if I have it this way, they can hear me, but we won't overtalk each other.
Okay. I got it.
So,
sorry.
No, you're fine. I mean, this is, like I said, episode 0, things are going to be scruffed. So we're going to be talking about the whole Trump situation that's going on, about, his indictments, his 34 indictments. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know why they're attacking this man when he's literally done nothing. He's doing everything what a politician should have done, and in this whole hush money thing. How many times Obama or Hillary Clinton or Bill Clinton or even George W. Bush have done that with porn stars and stuff? Do you think all these other people are innocent? No, they are not innocent. These people are corrupt dumbasses who wanted to control us by the whole, by the balls, technically. But they want to attack this man because he's an outsider. He's not your typical person who's a president, And what's worse is that they want to up Trump these charges, excuse my puns, because they want to make this guy the bad guy. While he's taking the slings and arrows, the country's falling apart. They're more focused on trying to take this guy down instead of trying to fix our border, trying to fix our infrastructures. The roads in Arizona look like shit. The roads, period, probably in this country look like shit. The schools are collapsing. They're teaching kids how to be, and they're not even teaching the students anything about what is actually going on in our country today. And what's sad about it is that, not a lot of people actually know what's going on. A lot of people may be awake, but not a lot of people know what the fuck is actually going on. And the saddest part about it is that the people that are awake can't really do much. because we're getting slammed with financial situations. With we can't even pay for groceries, going up the ass. Gas is going up the ass. You got you go to a store now to buy one bag of stuff costs almost 80 fucking dollars. And poor people cannot get shit. Like, poor people are literally not poor. They're dirt. That's what we are. There's middle class is poor, rich class is rich. They're always going to be rich, but seriously, there's no poor class anymore. You know what I mean?
I mean, I believe it all, everything. I just think that with, you know, Trump not being our president, has screwed America so bad that we got, pedo Joe Biden in office where he hasn't done nothing for our country but tear it down. And, people that have kids can't even afford groceries. They have to use out of pocket because welfare is not enough for them, and that's even hurting them financially because they have to either feed their kids or pay a bill or pay rent so we don't get, you know, uh evicted. I mean, with Trump when he was president, it was so everybody had jobs, everybody felt so much ease that we didn't have to worry about when our next meal is coming or worry about if the bill's going to be paid, if we have enough. Working class men and women are getting downgraded because we have all this illegal immigrants coming in and taking over American jobs. And I mean, I can't even imagine working and then seeing that you're getting bombarded from an illegal immigrant, and yet we're the ones paying for them to come here. We're giving them, thousands of dollars to live in America, and they're illegal. You know what I mean? I just
Right, the $5,000 that we're giving each illegal that comes to our country.
and how and then the Americans that are actually working hard or needing it, we don't get jack shit for anything that compensates for the American people or the people that actually have children and that don't want to be on welfare. They want to not have to live every day on welfare and food stamps and, medical when they want to live like normal, and just not have to worry about it. Or they don't want to live in a dumpster ass trailer park, because y that's what they can afford only because that's what only Trump Biden has given us. I don't know. I see it as our world is going down here pretty fast, and being prepared is the most thing we have to do nowadays. You
And,
know.
and the thing is too is like, with everything just fucking bullshit and just down the drain now with financials and our rents, and it's even our jobs that taxes are being taken out. Like, I used to make at least $200 extra in my check. Now I'm not even making 200. I'm making less than $200 now, and it's crumbling my financial situation. I used to make good money. I used to make over a good amount of money every check. Now it's going lower and lower, and it's getting worse because, first of all, people cannot go buy expensive foods anymore. The place I work is expensive. It's expensive to order there because it's fresh, healthy food, and people just cannot go there and afford it. And it's making us not get our tips, it's making us not get our money the way we want to because of the bullshit that Biden just keeps up in charge everything, keeps up in charge the taxes and the, all this other bullshit, and it's making a lot of Americans losing their jobs, and they're trying to find an extra job, 2 to 3 jobs, just to make up the income that they made when Trump was president. When Trump was president, when Obama was president, people were making $1,200 more than they would from the previous president, which was Bush. When Trump was president, people were making $4,700 more than Obama. Now we have Biden. People are making less than $4,200 from Trump. That should tell you something. And it's honestly, it's probably worse now. It's probably in the negative because people have to literally make $13,000 extra a year just to make it like it was in 2017 when Trump was president. And that's horrible. We are net negative $13,000 just to survive. And poor people are net negative whatever they're making a year. If you're making part time as a as a fast food worker and you're only making, I don't know, 30,000 to 26,000, your net your taxes is literally going to be shit. You're going to be zero because you're paying more than what you're actually getting in return. And a lot of people cannot afford groceries anymore. People with food stamps.
Oh, people with food stamps. They get, let's say, $600 to $700 in food stamps for 2 kids or 3 kids, and yet you go to the grocery store and you get half a goddamn cart because it's not enough because everything is so high. You want to get cereal and you have to try to think about the ounces and how much it's going to feed the kids, or you got to get freaking frozen things to put in the microwave or the oven, or if everybody has now a air fryer, that just so the kids can eat something because it's cheaper than going to go get like actual stuff to make because that's more expensive. I mean, it's gotten so worse, without Trump and him being attacked by everybody and anything, just for people to do that and for our Congress and everybody else because they think he is a bad person. He doesn't know what he's doing. But you know what? He does. He's a businessman. He knows exactly about numbers and what's going to make the most for the American people. And this whole freaking, what, indictment, right? Or,
Yeah, it's the Trump indictment.
yeah, when he found guilty. I mean, come on, just be over with it. It's done. He's not even president, and everybody's still attacking him for what? Because they are scared of Trump. They are terrified that if he leads this country, everybody is not going to go for no more Republican people.
Democrat.
Or, sorry, Democrat people.
And you're right. Like, that's the thing too, is that they attacked. They could have done this when Trump was 2 years after he came out of the presidency. 2 years before Trump, like when Trump was about to leave, they could have done all this stuff then. But they waited 2 fucking years to attack Trump. They wasted literally a whole year on his the Trump train, the campaign trail, becoming president for him being in court systems. But people see it. People see the onslaught on this man who was 77 years old while they're berating him, attacking him left and right with all this bullshit, with stupid Eugene Carroll, some bitch who want to make up a lie about Trump raped her or sexually harassed her in some fucking dressing room bullshit. Like, who believes that shit? Some old ass looking lady getting groped by Trump. Trump doesn't chase old ass ladies.
Look
He
at
has
his wife.
Exactly. Melania Trump, beautiful, gorgeous European woman. Even before he met Melania, he was chasing after porn stars. He was chasing after models. He was going after women that were hot and beautiful, not some raggedy old hag. And what's worse about it too is that our Congress, which you made a good point, our Congress ain't doing shit.
No.
They're letting this continue. They're not even fighting back. The Republicans ain't doing shit. The only Republicans that are actually doing something is Jim Jordan, Representative Jim Jordan. You have Marjorie Green Taylor. You have some other Republicans out there like Trey Gowdy and stuff who are pissed off about this. You have a little bit of people in Congress that are actually true patriots that are doing their best to figure the shit that's going on, while you have hundreds and hundreds of other Republicans that are assholes and dumb shits that have their thumbs up their asses.
Yeah.
And people are seeing it so much that people are sick and tired of the bullshit we're going through. People want safer roads. People want cheaper things. People want to live in peace and harmony. People don't want to go to war. People don't want to suffer with bills and utilities, and people are seeing what's going on with Trump.
I mean, with this whole situation with war, would this have ever happened under Trump?
No,
No, because I mean, especially with, Iran and then China and then South Korea, all of this is just all because Biden doesn't know how to fucking do anything. And he is this old fart that just fucking falls and mumbles and can't fucking speak for nothing. And he can't even read the goddamn cards. So if he can't read the cards or the fucking teleprompter, then I don't think he should be president. I don't even, the cheat that these people did to Trump because he was winning, they were scared to death. That's what it was.
yeah,
They were scared that this man was going to become somebody and everybody's not going to want him to leave as president. And honestly, I think we should have just one president until he dies, honestly. And it should be Trump.
yeah,
Because Trump is one of those people that actually cares about the American people and actually cares about our veterans and our, people that go to war and, are single mothers. And yes, he's not against the LGBTQ, but you know what, like, he wouldn't push that to our children. He wouldn't put that in our schools. He would have cut things off to a point because our children, first of all, shouldn't be knowing anything about things like that. When I was growing up, I know that we had gays and lesbians and people that shoved down our throats.
no, it really wasn't.
And it wasn't portrayed on TV. And now our kids, we're having to sit here and monitor every single thing they watch and what they do and who they're talking to because pedophiles are everywhere now. And it's just gotten so scary that our children are not safe in this world right now. And with Trump being president, I think everything would be where it needs to be. Maybe takes a time, maybe takes a while for him to get it all placed back, but you know, we should all vote for Trump. We should all see what people are hiding and trying to show that he's a bad guy and he's not. You know,
Right, and the thing is too, like when we were talking about the LGBTQ and stuff like that, like no one gives a fuck what the fuck you are. You could be
exactly.
a lesbian, you could be gay, you could be a fucking tutu wearing fairy. No one fucking cares. The problem is that you're shoving this down in people's throats, forcing them to accept what you are. With this whole fucking what's the word? Look, Z Zer Zem's shit.
Oh,
Um,
the nouns and the
Pronouns bullshit. Yeah,
pronouns.
like I don't care. You want to call yourself a two spirit penguin alien fucking thing? Fine. Then if I say I want to be a black fucking person, now I'm a black fucking person. Like Piers Morgan says, why can't I be a black fucking lesbian? Or hey, if you can call yourself anything, I could call myself God. I am now God. Worship me. Like it, you make a you make it so pointless when you start doing this stupid pronouns bullshit that people could literally become anything.
And I think it all started through COVID because everybody was so bored
Yeah.
that they had to sit there and talk. Oh, let me be a Z, her, them, fucking. I don't give a shit what the fuck you are, because honestly, like, whatever you do behind your doors, that is your fucking business. But you don't need to come out and attack our children and the people around us. And like I said, with the whole situation with, racism as well, that's another big thing right now. Dude, nobody gives a shit what color you are. Okay? Everybody's going to be treated the same. In my aspect, my opinion, motherfucker, you're going to be treated the same way.
Yeah.
I don't care if you are a fucking green ass alien. It don't matter, motherfucker. You're going to be treated how I'm going to treat you.
Yep.
And, when they do the whole racism things, it's just so like racism is so old. It's done. It's over with. Why are you bringing it more and more? I don't understand that.
The worst part about it is like it didn't start just recently.
No.
This started when Obama became president. He's the one who started racism because he's the one that decided, mind you, Obama is not an American.
No.
Obama is not a fucking. He's not born in Hawaii. That motherfucker was born in Kenya. His brother, his brother says that he was born in Kenya. His family says he's born in Kenya. That motherfucker is a Muslim who joined the Brotherhood of the Muslim to destroy America. That was his goal, the 16-year plan. You don't believe it's a 16-year plan? Go on anywhere. Type it in. Fucking go on X. It says 16-year plan that Obama was the one who was going to start to destroy this country. Hillary Clinton was going to finish the job. She didn't because no one realized Trump was going to win the electoral vote, the fucking vote. He started this whole transgender bullshit. He did, Obama, because he was the president that said gays are allowed to do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Well,
and ever
why?
since...
Why?
Exactly, why?
Because Michelle Obama is Michael.
Michael, yep, Big Mike.
So that is why he did that.
Exactly.
Because he's like, well, this is my gay
husband.
Man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and like I said, we have nothing against him. Do what the fuck you want to do, but stop shoving it down our kids' throat. Stop putting racism as everything and anything, and stop making it like it's your weapon. It's not. Because, first of all, if you do your research, the right research, not about us growing up and what we learn from school, is the right research of how, guess what? The whites were slaving the whites, and the Mexicans, and the blacks. So we were all slaves, not just the blacks. And people need to do their research and understand the history of the American people. Because honestly, everybody thinks it's just the blacks that were slaves. It wasn't. It was the Irish, you know, the white people, the British. Like, we were all. I mean, look at fucking Hitler. He did his own fucking Jews wrong. You know what I mean? And he was a fucking Jew.
Yeah. Yep.
And he fucking, you know, slaved them and murdered them motherfuckers. All because they didn't want to become a part of his clan. So in my head is, you know, people need to really do their research and understand that blacks are not the only ones that got in slavery.
No, because if blacks were the only race here in America that were slaves, it'd literally be 50 white, 50% black. There wouldn't be Irish. There wouldn't be other races of Scottish, Germans, Chinese, Japanese, Armenians, you know, Koreans, Indians. There wouldn't be multiple races if blacks were the only fucking race that was slaves. During that time, only 1.6% of people owned slaves during that time. 1.6. You know how many black people owned slaves too? Half of that fucking population of people owned slaves. And they were owning white slaves. They owned Chinese slaves. They owned Japanese, Koreans. They owned Muslims. They owned all kinds of different... There was multiple fucking races during that time. People think it was just blacks. Why? Because they were the majority of people that were brought here. Who brought them here? People don't realize this. Who brought the blacks here from where they were? Let me guess. Their own fucking people did. The blacks sold the blacks to the Armenians, the Muslims, the Spanish Inquisitors, the Spaniards, during that time. They brought them here. Who bought the slaves? Was it the Republicans during that time? No, there were no Republicans or Democrats during that time because it was the America wasn't built yet as it was. But the people who bought the slaves are the Democrats that we have today. I'm not saying the Democrats today bought the slaves. No, the Democrats built themselves up on the progress of slavery. The KKK were all Democrat people. The Proud Boys, the people that are all Adolf Hitler, all this other shit, were literally slave owners. Okay? People don't realize that. There were not just blacks people here in this country who were slaves. There were multiple different races. 2,000 years ago, white people were slaved by the Muslims. By the Europeans were white, which was white, were slaves too. 2,000 years ago. Blacks were slaves by blacks in multiple different races. Everyone, if you even want to go to the Bible, everyone during that time fucking owned slaves.
Yep.
Everyone did. And what's worse is that people blame the white people. Why? Why does everybody blame the white people?
Because
we're light skin?
Because they think we have privilege.
Yeah, privilege. I'm white. I'm Hispanic, and I live in a fucking trailer. Where's my fucking privilege?
Exactly. Being on welfare.
Being on welfare. Paycheck to paycheck.
I mean, there's no privilege of being a white person. And that's the thing is, racism shouldn't even be, the thing of the future. It's done and over with. Move the fuck on and just live your life,
Right,
know?
Right.
And with people that are different genders or whatever, live your fucking life and stop shoving it down people's throat, and as well as, the whole pedophile thing. My thing is, my opinion and how they need to handle people that have done shit like that, just fucking kill them. They don't need to be around no more.
Yep.
People that are murderers, just kill them. They don't need to be around no more. Like, in my head, it's just like, my opinion is just, those people are corrupt. They don't need to be around. Just kill them, especially the pedophiles. Just kill them. Why keep them along where they're still going to be doing stupid shit?
Yeah. It's what I say, an eye for an eye. You kill somebody, you forfeit your fucking life. Period. Plain and simple. You go after a child, you deserve to either be murdered or have your balls eaten out by fucking rats.
Like they did in the time?
Like they did in the medieval times. Or worse, like fucking get sawed in half if you molested a child in medieval times. They would literally saw you in fucking half from your balls up. Or if you're a woman too, there should be no discrimination against sex when it comes to the molestation of a child.
No.
If you're a woman, you have sex with a minor, you deserve the same punishment as a man who molested a woman.
Yes.
There should be no fucking distinguish against the genders. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Motherfuckers, you deserve to die if you ever do anything to an innocent fucking child.
Yeah, or those people that, mothers and fathers or stepfathers, they're miserable and they have to make their child's life miserable, and then they're abusive and things like that. Like, where's the help for that? And like I said, with Trump, it just felt like it was so much lighter, him being our president. I know personally, I didn't feel stressed out about money. And I've never, I'm always fucking stressing out about money and how I'm going to feed my kids and how am I going to feed my dogs and how am I going to keep going.
Yeah.
But when Trump was president, it just like the air was so lighter. I didn't have to stress out. I was comfortable and I was, not stressed and I wasn't depressed and I wasn't feeling like I'm unable to take care of my kids. And it's just now it's harder to breathe. It's harder to wake up. Like, I don't want to wake up in the days because it's like, what's the fucking point where we're still struggling?
Right.
One job should be enough to support a family and it's not. I don't know. No, I just think and
that's the saddest part too. Like, if you think about it, 1950s, one man's salary, mind you, their salaries were only $1,000 plus a month. A one man's salary could provide for not only send his kids to college, give a woman her allowance, and she could be home doing whatever the fuck she wants, and he works.
And he paid all the bills.
And all the bills are paid. And top of that, the houses were cheap.
And they owned it.
Not today. Not fucking today. It costs more to own one fucking shoe than it is to own anything else. It is so bad right now with your economy and everything else that people just don't understand. People don't get it.
And you know what I even noticed too is when I go grocery shopping, you go to Fry's and their bread, for their generic bread, is $1.99. You go to Walmart and their bread for the generic bread is $1.46. How fucking sad is that? You know, you like having to sit there and shop at different fucking places because there's discounts on one and discounts on another. That shouldn't be like that. Everybody should have, yes, their companies are different, but it should be the same price anywhere you go due to the fact of, let's say people can't go to fucking Walmart and their only distance is Fry's. You know, they're spending more at Fry's for fucking bread when they could go to Walmart to get
Bread.
bread that is cheaper. You know,
Oof.
I mean, I hate that. I hate going to other stores to get groceries because everything is expensive in one store, not the other, or one has good prices in certain things. You know, fucking pasta, 4 for $5 now, or $1.98 now. It's like for fucking one thing of spaghetti, it used to be like 58 cents for spaghetti, or you could get 10 for 10. You know, spaghetti sauces and ground beef was cheaper. Now you get a fucking 1 pound of ground beef for $5. Who the fuck you gonna feed with that if you have a family of five? Seriously. You know, like, and us mothers have to improvise dinners. You know? And sometimes us mothers and fathers don't eat dinner because we have to make sure our children are eating. You know? And that is just unfair.
It really is. And what's even worse is that not only that you're, let's say you make $800 on food stamps, that's not enough for the fucking month. You would have to have at least 200 to 300 a week extra, especially if you have growing kids.
Growing kids, yes, teenagers especially.
Yeah,
They want to eat everything. They're always hungry. They're not thinking about nobody else because their stomach is just hungry, hungry, hungry.
hungry fucking hippos.
Yeah.
And, and people don't. I mean, there's a lot of people that say, "Well, just make more money." Okay, yeah, sure. Easy said than fucking done. In order to make money, you have to have money. You can't just come out of your ass and be like, "Oh, I'm going to go to this place and make money." Because let's say I go to college and start making money. Guess what? I have to pay that fucking back. And let's say I'm not. Look at colleges right now. It's all a fucking scam. It's all indoctrination. People are going into shit careers that are not paying anything, and now Biden wants to give everybody a fucking debt. Who's gonna pay for the fucking people to get their debts cleared? It's the people who are working their asses off through taxes.
I mean, on top of that, too, is that, when I was growing up, we were told, if you get your high school diploma, you could get a good fucking paying job. Motherfucker, I got my goddamn high school diploma and I can't even get a fucking good job. My jobs are gonna be fast food or fucking retail.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the fucking job I would be getting. And I'm not gonna sit here and settle for that. Because I think that's just ridiculous. They don't want to train you to be something higher. They don't want to train you if you want to go to fucking like an office management. They won't train you. You have to already be an office manager or have your own business license or some shit. Motherfucker, how the fuck are we supposed to become somebody when we were told differently growing up? Get your high school diploma, you you'll get a good paying job, 6, 7 figures or more. And it's not even like that.
No,
Not even like that.
no. And the thing is too, it's like people don't want to train anybody new because they don't want their jobs to be taken from them. No one is going to want to train you if you're not trained already, because they know if they train you and you do a better job than they do, they can lose their position. So they're not going to spend their time training you anymore, because people are so damn selfish to keep their jobs that they don't give a shit anymore. And it's corrupt. It's making things so much harder for people, especially with families. And I don't understand. I I don't understand why people are having so much children now,
Oh
more
yeah.
than ever, with no other financial help. They're taking so much money from our government. They're spending so much money from taxpayers. We cannot keep up. We're in a deficit of almost 35 trillion fucking dollars, and people still want to have more children. Don't people understand? We are in a very bad situation. That if our financial collapses, guess what, everybody? Y'all are fucked too. But here's the difference between people who have money and people who don't have money. People who don't have money can survive because they're used to not having fucking money. They can take a pot of macaroni and cheese and make it last for a week. If you have kids, you can make one pot last for fucking 5 days, 6 days, depending on how much they eat. People who are poor and don't make a lot of money can survive better than people who have money, because people who have money, yeah,
They
you can
rely
buy
on
all this
that.
other shit, but who do you think people are going to go to when they don't have anything? The first people that are going to be attacked, the first people that are going to be harassed are the people who have money, because they think that those people that have money have everything, food and reserves and waters and stuff like that. They're going to go attack you. They're not going to attack other poor people. Why? Because they know they don't have fucking anything.
I can make a whole pot of goulash, and that would last for a week
Yeah.
because I make a big ass olla of goulash, and I'd like, this is dinner for a couple nights because I'm not gonna. It's just getting harder. I used to have my deep freezer full of fucking meats. This is when Trump was president.
Yeah.
I used to have my freezer and refrigerator full, my cupboards full, and I didn't have to worry about dinner. And now it's like, okay, kids are eating frozen pizza. What are you eating, mom? Nothing. Just eat what you can.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll I'll eat the crumbs if I have to. Fuck, and it's so sad that the American people have to suffer as much as they're suffering due to the fact because Biden is not the president that everybody will sit there and say he is, that he's wonderful. Motherfucker, he's not.
No.
Really, really do your research because he is not the president that you guys all wanted.
No.
You guys screwed up and admit you guys screwed up that voted for Biden because you got to think about it. Think about the pros and cons because I'm going to tell you who has more of the con is freaking Biden. He has no pros. He hasn't done anything for us Americans. He
Yep.
hasn't done nothing for us.
He spends more money
He's
in
just
fucking
spending
Ukraine.
more money on other countries and getting his son out of debt. And that's it. Like, he's not supporting us. He's just raising our prices and stealing our money for other countries. And see, with Trump, he actually took care of us.
Yeah.
He made sure that we were all going to have money in our pockets at the end of the week, and that was going to last until next check. Like, he made sure, like, he probably didn't know physically that us poor people were seeing, like, oh shit, I have $200 left, and it lasts all fucking week, and I didn't have to worry about it until next check.
Yeah, like,
Like, I mean, he probably didn't understand what he did for us poor people, but if it wasn't for Trump, we didn't we were screwed at the time. But Trump became something and he showed us like, hey, we can rely on this man. This president of ours is amazing. Like, he has done more than he knows that he has. That's how I see it.
right. And when I was living in Texas during the time 2017, you know, when I first moved there, and that's when Trump was, barely starting his first year in office, technically. Um, the financial situation was great, like literally great. I could afford things that I never could afford. In 2 years, I was able to build my PC. I had saved up money. I was buying things for my PC. 2 years. Yeah, it took a long time, but it was worth it because I had other stuff to pay. I had bills and stuff to pay. When we moved to this duplex, and everything like that, a nice big duplex, nice kitchen, everything like that. It was an amazing fucking place to live. We have the ability to pay for the duplex, and we had, besides the food situation, I'm not even going to get into that, but I was able to get expensive ass shit when I was living there because of Trump. And mind you, Texas minimum wage there's $11 during that time. It wasn't a lot. I was making no during that time. I think minimum wage was like $8 to $7. I was making $11 because I was a baker. I was making good money, and I was happy because I was getting more money back. They were not taking fucking almost $100 of taxes out of me. They were taking less than that. I think it was like maybe $30 out of my taxes. I had more money in my pocket. Now they're taking so much money out of my fucking taxes, almost $100 again, and it's getting higher every fucking week. That it's impossible to afford anything anymore. Like, I can't I wanted to buy some stuff for my streams, especially for this podcast too, but I can't because I don't have the fucking money. Things keep coming up, things get more expensive. Saving gets hard because if I save, something goes wrong, and then I won't be able to buy anything.
Oh, well, let's talk about our landlord situation.
Well, yeah, that fucker.
I mean, due to him, everything has gone to shit where we live. You know, he has become he's money hungry. He
Yeah,
don't care. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, we don't fucking live in a nice fucking place. We live in a
we don't.
fucking ghetto.
Yeah.
Okay, the fucking
So
ghetto.
fine.
And we, the people here, they're either fucking crackheads, illegal motherfuckers, or people that are working really hard, and or the people that have SSI
Yeah.
or retirement that they live off. Okay, we don't live in a nice fucking place. Okay, we live in a piece of shit trailer park. But this motherfucker thinks it's okay to sit here and raise our rent. It's okay to be an asshole, never fucking talk to us, accuse us of stupid shit, knowing I've been in my trailer for almost 14 years. And I know that I don't use a lot of water. I know I don't use a lot of shit, but he wanted to sit here and accuse us of water. Taking water and spilling it or some bullshit. That water's so fucking high. And we were all in the news. We were all doing all that shit because we were like, he needs to be shown that us poor people are not trying to screw anybody over. We're just trying to fucking survive. You know, with fucking the news being involved and everything, and he still wasn't backing down until he really fucking worked his ass off and really looked at what fucking really happened, and it was the meter outside.
Yeah.
It was his fucking responsibility. That's why the fucking water bill was so high. And then wants to sit here and raise our rent, not thinking that we can't afford what he's given us. We barely could afford what our rent was.
And he wants to make it a deal like, oh, well, I'm cutting your water down because we fixed it. Well, motherfucker, you could have done that from the very fucking beginning. You owned this trailer. The moment you bought this trailer, you should have talked your lazy, pathetic ass around this trailer park, met with every single tenant that lived here.
And asked what the problem was.
Ask them what problems, if they have any issues with anything or anything like that, you know, and check everything thoroughly. Have the water company come down here and check all the fucking water lines properly. Have them fix the fucking water lines instead of asking your tenants and lying to them, telling them that you don't have to pay rent.
But motherfucker, we all had to pay fucking rent.
Everyone who, even if you helped, still had to pay fucking rent. And then he wanted to make a big deal about it. He even charged us $2,700 per tenant for a water bill.
That wasn't even ours.
That was not even our fault. It was the water meter that was broken that kept charging up the ass for a minuscule usage. The first moment he fixed that water line, that water meter, and we got our first bill, it was $300 fucking dollars compared to the thousands of dollars from before. And he was charging us that. The
saying
thousands.
that we are the ones that did it. But it was I would understand if my water meter broke or my pipes broke. I would understand paying for something like that because
Right.
it's my responsibility.
Right.
But outside the park, motherfucker, it's your responsibility. It's
Right.
your responsibility to fix the situation. And I haven't even heard one motherfucking thing of apology
No.
from him.
What he did is charge us more.
He just decided to up our rent another $100. For what, motherfucker? Because you were not paying excruciating pain on water? That you decide to up our rent? How fucking fair is that?
It's not, and it's not just him. I'm pretty sure a lot of you too are dealing with landlords, especially if you live in a trailer park. And if you don't, and let's say you live in
Nice
an
house.
apartment
Yeah.
or a townhouse, you're paying so much money for a fucking townhouse, from taxes and everything else, just to live there. People who make good money cannot afford to live in parks or apartments anymore, or townhouses, or even a house, because of all the bullshit that we're paying. It's not just affecting poor people, it's affecting every single one of you as well. We got to stop letting Democrats lie to our faces. We got to stop letting Democrats tell us What we should do as Americans, we got to stop telling us who we should vote for, and start voting with our hearts and to understand and see everything we're seeing right now. Because I tell you what, this whole Trump indictment stuff that Jim Jordan and other people that are trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. I'm telling you right now, Trump already won 2024 election. I'm sorry, he won. Once they found out he was guilty, so many people came out to support him. A lot of celebrities too. Mainstream media will not show you that because they don't want people to understand that. They don't want people to see it. But people are coming out and supporting Donald Trump because they see the bullshit and the lies that these fucking Democrats are doing. Guess what? Fucking Jack Smith, Alvin Bragg, Fannie Willis, those motherfuckers, guess what? Guess where they were when the moment of this stuff that happened? They were in the fucking White House with Biden. Biden told them to attack Donald Trump. Why? Because they know that if Trump won the 2024 election, the Democratic Party is done. It is over. There will be no more Democrats after this. I'm being honest. There might be liberals, but they're not going to be Democrats after this. Because once Trump wins the White House, I'm pretty sure people are done with fucking Democrats.
Yeah, I mean, because having this poor man just go through this shit for nothing because they want to win and they want people to see that he's a bad person, but he really isn't. And with Trump already winning, we like I said, he got my vote 100%. If I could do it 1,000 times, I would.
Yep.
Trump is always going to be my favorite out of everything, and going back to what I was saying about living situation, you know, I look online and people now want 3 times the rent to move somewhere. 3 times the rent. How the fuck is anybody gonna give 3 times the rent? That would be 3 people working a full time fucking job. Then I guess you should not have a family and be married. Because, you know, as I'm looking at these things, it's just, $1,700, $1,800 for a 3 bedroom, 2 bath townhome, but you have to make 3 times the rent and no fucking dogs, but there's a big ass backyard. So I don't understand where people are getting this idea just to sit here and say 3 times the rent, no dogs, but there's a big backyard. Motherfucker, isn't a family? Don't you want a family in there to take care of that home and make sure, it's a family home? Why are you sitting here like it should be a single person home or 3 fucking people working that doesn't have a fucking connection with each other?
They don't care about the American people. They're giving everything from apartments to trailers to townhomes to illegal immigrants. They don't give a fuck about Americans. They don't give a shit about how much America can make 3 times the rent and everything, but they're going to tell them, "Oh, you make too much." They're literally going to tell you that.
Well, like we have somebody that we know that went to an apartment complex, and 2 of them are on SSI and one works full time, and they all have money. They went to an apartment complex and they said that they made too much. They made over 60 grand a year. They should be 40 grand and less. Wouldn't you want someone that makes more to live in your home or to live in your trailer park or your house, knowing that you're gonna get that fucking rent?
Yeah. Yeah.
But make too much? Like, what cocaine are you fucking dealing? Like, what are you fucking smoking, people?
Well, when it comes to an illegal immigrant, they're going to say, "Yep, that's fine. You don't make that much," even though they make $5,000 a month, and on top of that, they get assistance from the government. We are paying for these scumbags that come into our country illegally. We're paying for their bullshit. We're paying them to live off us, and yet we're the bad guys. No, motherfucker, you immigrant motherfuckers. Like, seriously, like, if I'm just gonna say this, if Hitler was still alive now, Hitler bad, Hitler evil. We all know this. Bad motherfucker, worst motherfucker to ever exist. But if he was alive today, Germany wouldn't be in the mess they would be today. Germany would not be in the situation there is today. If other people realize that immigrants there's good immigrants and there's bad immigrants. Okay, people who want to come to this country legally go through the system, and they actually contribute. I don't knock that. If you're going to come to this country and you're going to contribute by paying taxes and doing your stuff, God damn it, I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. I hope you're successful. I hope you make money. I hope you have a big family and all this stuff. But if you're a motherfucker who comes here and legally, you don't have paperwork, you don't have a green card, you don't have anything, and you're just mooching off the fucking government that we're paying for, you don't deserve to be in this fucking country. Because you're not only making the illegals, the immigrants that do here look bad, but you're telling everybody in the other countries not to come to America because there's no point.
Well, I mean, what has happened in Russia and stuff when you jump their border or go through their border? What the fuck you get? You fucking die.
You either get shot or you go to jail for life.
So why the fuck can't we do that? Why can't we see all these and why can't we shoot them? And I know we've had that issue already where the border patrol got whips and got shit like that.
Yeah,
like I mean they got burned for that.
Yeah.
Like, are you serious? These are people that should not be in our country, and they should be out in their own way and finding a right way to come into our country, not just hopping shit and then leaving your children because you're fucking dead because you're in the desert.
Yeah, yeah.
And your child is the only one surviving. Like, how the fuck does that happen? Like, and us Americans are bad because we don't want you fuckers here? Well, I'm sorry. You have brought fentanyl in our country that now all our children and our family members are doing and killing themselves because of that. Cartels are, most of our children nowadays are missing. Yeah. Why? They're missing because of sex trafficking and cartels taking them. Period. You know, I mean, how the fuck do us Americans live with ourselves when we know that's going out there? You know, that we know that things are happening out there because people are not opening their eyes. See the bigger picture, people. Look at it. Trump was building the border and controlling the situation, and yet the situation has exploded.
Yeah.
And it's exploding into American soil.
And that's the worst thing to ever think about it too. Is the fact that we cannot be safe in our own streets anymore because you don't know who's a bad person or not. You look anywhere. And yeah, Arizona is in a border state. So is Texas, New Mexico, California. But these illegals are not staying technically in our states. Some of them are, yeah. Most of them are going where? They're going to New York. They're going to Florida. They're going to Nevada. They're going to these other cities that are less populated than the border cities. Why? What do you think? It's called replacement theory. Biden wants to replace the Americans because they want to have a bigger voting bloc. Okay, but what happens when you don't make it enough time when every American decides to vote for Trump? Trump can win by literally a massive, he literally 150 million. Trump wins a White House in a massive landslide. But see, here's the thing. They don't realize that the more illegals they bring in, the more people are going to Trump. People are not going to accept the illegal immigrants. Even a Democrat won't accept a legal immigrant because he says, come to my house. This motherfucker can rape the children, can murder the wife, can hurt the father. And guess what? He decides, nope, I'm not going to fucking vote for a Democrat. I'm going to get this motherfucker out and I'm going to go vote for Trump. It's happening at a faster fucking rate that illegal immigrants are doing more harm, more violence than before. I want to find I know a couple of sources. I know you can go to Mug Club with Steven Crowder. He has all the sources and everything you can. If you're already a Mug Club member, great. Please, you can read up all his sources. You can go to Alex Jones. You can go to InfoWars. You can go to X22 Report, and you can get all this information online. It's not hard to fucking find, people. I'm not gonna search on the internet or anything like that to find this information for you. There's other places to do it. We are just giving our opinions on this situation, on the matter of fact. But when is it going to be enough for y'all to understand that it's not just affecting poor people? It's affecting the middle class, and it's starting to affect the rich class, the upper class. Why? Because who's going into these mansions when they sell it? They have to put the illegals somewhere. Rich people can't afford it anymore. Look at our schools. Schools are out. Where are they putting the illegals? And in New York City, they're putting them in the fucking schools. Kids are not going to be able to go to school. The illegals are just going to overpower it.
Yeah, it's gonna start spreading, and you know, it's gonna be harder for our children to get an education and be somebody when these illegals are taking over, and it's like we have to support them. They're coming into our country. They should be doing something for us, not vice versa. And my thing is, I'm just hoping something happens before school starts. Because I can't have it when school starts. But I mean, if something happens before school starts, like my children are not going to school, because I'm not gonna have my kids, share half the school with illegal immigrants.
Yep.
We don't know who they are.
Nope.
And like I said, I just have this feeling like it's just getting worse every single moment we're breathing, that it's going to affect everybody, and then everybody's going to run to who? Nobody. Because we can't run to anybody. The rich can't run to the rich, and the poor can't run to the rich, and vice versa. It's just going to be everybody for them damn selves.
Yeah, and it's going to be massive chaos. And the thing is, too, we we know. We know what we're talking about because we're talking about it. We know that we're discussing a lot of stuff. And yeah, you may think of it as complaining or whatever. I don't care. We're just giving y'all our perspective in life.
Our opinion.
And our opinions.
And how we see and feel.
Right. And the thing is that things are getting worse. It's not getting better, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know where you live. If you're under a rock, get out of the fucking rock. Things are not getting better. They're getting worse. And the more they get worse, chaos ensues. What happens in chaos? Who do you think is going to take over if shit hits the fan? Who do you think is going to be on the streets when shit hits the fan? It ain't going to be the police. It ain't going to be the civilians. It's going to be the motherfucking military who's going to be on the streets to take the law and order. What do you think happens when that happens? What do you think is going to happen when the military's on the streets?
Oh, it's going to be hell.
Yeah.
They're going to try to go into your homes, and if they're not under Trump, they're under Biden, they can take our children, they could take our weapons, and we're going to have to be fighting for our First and Second Amendment rights.
When we still are today, and luckily we have judges that are protecting our First and Second Amendments.
Because I'm going to tell you, you're not, it's either you or me, and motherfucker, it's going to be you 6 feet down on the ground. I will shoot at first fucking sight. I do have guns. I will bear arms. I have a freedom of speech because that is my amendment rights.
Yeah.
I am not going to sit here and have to censor myself for anybody. I am a very blunt and honest person, and you don't like it, you don't have to listen to us. We're not forcing you to, but this is our way of reaching out to the people that don't have a voice or don't want to say things. And we reach out to people that kind of see what we are seeing and opening their eyes, and that's what we want. We just want to open your eyes and make you see that shit is getting worse, and it's us American people that have to fight for our rights and stop letting our Democrats and Biden and some of the Republicans, or our immigrants that are here, the immigrants that are here, and the people that tell you you can't say and do this. First of all, you have every right to say and do what you want. I mean, nobody can control the outlaws anymore. I mean, the people that actually are, I mean, there are so many people now that are still looting places and breaking in jewelry stores and things like that. Do you think those are people just to loot? Or do you think those are people because they can't fucking afford to live what they're living and they have to do what they gotta do?
It's a kind of a combination of both.
It's kind of, yeah, exactly. It's both. Because I'm gonna say, like, yeah, if it's to feed my children, I'm gonna steal some fucking meat and cereal and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I am
If it
out,
comes down to
if
that.
it comes down to that, then hell yes. But you know, this is why we are doing our Everything and Anything podcast, because it's not about just one thing. It's about every fucking topic there is and how we feel about it and our opinions about it. Like I said, like Malice said, that you don't have to like us. You can say all the hate comments you want. You can sit there and say we don't know what we're talking about, but that's okay because we like those comments. We like your negative criticism as well as your positive criticism because that's going to make us see other sides, you know.
And not only that, this is what makes me laugh the most. And before I say what I'm going to say, we're not calling up for violence. We're not calling for you guys to go out there in fucking streets and start doing bullshit
Oh no, no,
or
no, no.
aggressiveness. And stuff.
Don't do that.
We're not saying that. Okay, we're not telling you that there's gonna be a fucking civil war and war's gonna happen and everybody's gonna kill each other. No, we're praying against that because
That's going to
guys, we have children, we have families that we want to protect.
it's going to affect everybody.
But we have to protect ourselves too, not just against bad people, but anybody who's desperate enough to take what we have. Okay, that goes for you too, for you guys as well. You guys have every right to defend yourselves, and you guys should. And do I think there's going to be a civil war? No, honestly, I think Trump's going to stop it. I think there's going to be a point in our time, in this year, before the presidency, where things are going to get so bad. But I think Trump's just going to say something or do something that is going to change everybody's mentality and everybody's heart and everything, and to change them to be docile. Because right now, I don't know which state it was, but or in California, someone was taking a video of military on the fucking streets in Hollywood, on the streets.
Was that
Military.
recently?
Yeah, recently. It's on X. I got so many fucking videos on X, but I will find it. Military on the streets. Okay. And media's not covering it. Why? Why do you think the media's not covering it? Because they know the truth. They know the fucking bullshit that's going to happen. They're preparing it to happen. Okay. Now, back to what I was going to say. We're not telling everybody to go out there and commit violence and do all this other stupid shit. If you rob a store, you do anything just because you want to, you deserve to get shot. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're a dumbass for doing it. You're not doing anybody any good by robbing a fucking store. You're not. You're just making it worse for yourselves. Period. What I was going to say too is about. Honestly, I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh God.
Yeah, bad. No, but we're in a situation right now, guys, that we understand everything that is going on because we see it and we live it, and I'm pretty sure you guys do too. You guys see the shit that's going on. If you're a liberal, you understand it better than any of us because you're living the lie that you're believing in. And if you're a conservative, you understand it too because you see it and you live it every single day. The moment you go to groceries, the moment you go to gas, the moment you buy something for your kids or your family or for yourself, it's expensive. And here's the thing I was going to say. For all you haters out there who take the time to comment something, thank you. Why am I saying thank you? Because you took the time to listen to this fucking podcast. And it makes me laugh every time there's haters on haters that comment. You guys literally hate the video, but you spend the time to fucking watch it. Who's a fucking idiot? Like if I'm gonna see something, I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna click that, and I listen to it, and I'm just standing there listening, and I write something stupid. Oh, this podcast is dumb. I'm the fucking dumb one for watching the fucking podcast in the first place.
Exactly.
Like it just makes me laugh every time I see like people who are commenting,
Negative, yeah.
negative commenting on videos.
Just keep an open mind and if you do listen and you do want to sit there and put a hate comment, just keep an open mind and really think about what we are talking about. Like you know, being a conspiracy theorist too is another thing we are. I believe in things that might not happen, and that's just who I am. But we enjoy talking to everybody and giving you all our opinions and our what's on our minds. And like I said, it would be grateful if you did like and share and put a comment, hate or not hate. Um, but like I said, really do your research before you decide on, picking a side or whatever you're going to do, because you got to think about, what our country is going to go through if the wrong side is picked. You know, I mean, we're already going through a lot of struggles, and even a lot of people that are working very hard and not getting anything back is difficult to watch. I mean, even people that are SSI, they sit there and they have to struggle too. People think they don't because they got free money from the government, but it's not really that. It's that they have to struggle in the fact that they still have to pay $1,000 rent, that they don't even get that. I know some of my people that I know, they only get $900 in SSI money. That doesn't cover rent. That covers some utilities and bills and food because they can't get food stamps either. So,
That won't even cover a whole month worth of food either.
yeah, so in my head, it's just be open and have an open mind when you listen to our podcast, because, like I said, we are the Everything and Anything podcast. So,
And before we end it here, I just want to say a few things too. She's right. Be an open mind. Like I said, we're not gonna tell you to go believe us and tell you to go do all this other stuff. No, we're literally just here to give us give you our opinion of what we think, what we see, how we feel. You know, just telling you what average, well, not even average, below average fucking American citizens think about the world we live in, the poor class or the dirt class is what I'm going to call it now because we're dirt poor. We're not here to discourage anybody. We're not here to attack anybody. We're not here to make y'all feel like you guys are dumbasses or retards. We're here just to simply tell you that you're not alone. None of you guys are alone. We understand full well of what you're going through, from groceries to bills to everything else. We understand how you feel.
and we would like to hear your stories too.
Yeah, we would.
You know,
You wanna tell us something on your on the comments below? By all means, say something.
and
Let
then we
us
will
hear your
post it
side.
out, and we'll say your name, and if you want to say us to say your name or whatever, and how you're struggling and how you're trying to be above water like everybody else, and what you're doing that might help other people.
Yeah,
And like I said, we are doing this to communicate with you, and we love for you to communicate back. We love to have you know um interaction with our fans, or our anybody that
viewers or viewers.
more viewers, that anybody that wants to join in and express themselves as well. um you know this is our first one, and we hope that you enjoy every bit of it. And
Yes, it is scruffy. Okay, it is a scruff
yes, it
stream
is.
or episode. It is episode 0. I gotta, it's been a while since I've done anything like this, especially on like recording streams or recording anything. Um, it's the first time we're doing this. This was episode 0. It's scruffed. Well, I know you might hear a lot of things in the background. You might not hear our voices correctly, or you might hear her in the background while I'm talking, or you might hear me talking in her background. It's just it's scruffed,
We're
but it's just basically letting you guys know, hey, you have us. Y'all want to talk? Give us a comment. Tell us your experience. We'll put this on this screen over here, we'll put it up there for you to see. You can see the cats in the background. We'll put it right there, and we'll read it out loud so everybody understands where you're coming from and your side of the story, so people know that you're not alone because none of you are. Yeah, we may not be the best talking people, you
We
know.
have speech
Yeah,
impediments.
we have bad speech impediments. We do laugh a lot, which it will happen. Um, but we're just average people, guys. We're just normal ass citizens. We're nothing special. We're not multimillionaires. We're not making a fucking huge ass building and company. No, we're just trailer trash fucking individuals. And
That likes food.
that likes food. Yes. We're not elephants, okay? We're not fucking mammoths walking down the fucking street and only that's why our land's flat. No, we're not that. No. We can walk and we can take care of ourselves. We just love food, okay? Well, that's what else do poor people have besides food? Literally.
We get excited for food.
We get excited for the best kind of food. Uh
Fucking shit. We're fat.
even little Debbie's will be happy for it. But besides the point,
We love them Debbie snacks. I mean, how long have we
since we're fucking little poor in a true apartment,
since we fucking
I think that's poor people's food. Is
Malice? We've eaten them since we were young.
little Debbie's, yeah.
Little Debbie snacks, and like
Should have been
maybe
a
we'll get a
mascot.
sponsor of Debbie snacks. I would love to get a sponsor of Little Debbie snacks.
If little Debbie's just goes like, you guys, we're gonna sponsor you. You guys can make your own snack. Oh, count me in.
It'd be like someone on weed, like someone so high that they're gonna make a fucking Debbie snack. It'd be great. It'd be this big ass fucking Debbie snack in one
Just one
box.
big fucking Debbie snack. It's not like multiple
It's
individual
like a
packages.
cake.
It's literally gonna be a big ass fucking cookie in one package.
Oh my god.
But in a serious note though, like we all want you to understand, we care, we do. We see the shit on the streets every single day of how bad things are. We see people just losing their shit, and when you see people, good people, have to go below what their standards are just to make ends meet. We have a lot of immigrants taking our jobs, a lot of Americans on the streets poor, a lot of veterans do. So we need more voices out there. We do. We need more unfiltered, unpolitically correct motherfuckers out there who's not afraid to say whatever the fuck is on their mind. If you're a racist piece of shit, all right, you're a racist piece of shit. You have the right to be a racist piece of shit. You have the right to say whatever the fuck you want. You're a sexist piece of shit. Guess what? You have the right to be a sexist piece of shit.
It's called freedom
Freedom,
of speech.
freedom of speech, freedom of expression. You know, of course, you can't go out there and be a physically racist piece of shit because your motherfucker deserve to die if you try to kill somebody for their skin color. And last thing I want to say about skin color, hey, there's not one race out there that you can pick on and say that they're a racist. White people are racist against all races. Black people are racist against all races. Chinese people can be racist. Asians can be racist. Black people, white, it doesn't matter. You're all fucking can be racist. Not one group can't.
You could be a mutt and have every goddamn race inside you and be a race.
Yeah.
So in my head, it's like racism is overrated. Enough is enough with that shit. And
Just get over yourselves.
exactly. Nobody gives a shit if you're black. Nobody cares if you're purple. Nobody cares if you're green or gray or fucking a vampire. It don't fucking matter what you are. Just love who you are.
Right. Because what is the first thing you are before your skin color? You're a human goddamn being. You know what they call the human race? They call it the human fucking race. Why? Because that is what we are. We're humans. We're not blackians. We're not whiteians. We're not Chineseians.
It'd be crazy too if God made us the same and everybody looked the same, everybody had body parts the same. Wouldn't that be fucking boring?
It would. It'd be like
Because
black and white.
I mean, God knew what he was doing when he decided to make every color there is. I mean, maybe not like rainbow colors and shit, but I'm saying, the blacks, the Mexicans, the whites, the Asians, whatever. He made everybody different because it's not boring to have different people around.
It would be boring. to have
the
just
same
whites
people.
or blacks. Yeah, it just
And what do we all see when when we cut ourselves, and a black cuts himself, and a Mexican cuts himself, and a white person cuts him? What's the color
it's all red,
that comes out? Red.
red.
We're all the fucking same inside. We all grew up differently. We all have different backgrounds and different things like that, but we're all fucking the same inside.
Your inner organs are the same as every other race out there. Y'all don't have different organs. Y'all don't have
Because if
special
you do
organs.
have a different organ, please comment
If you
and tell us that your color when you bleed is blue. Because then we want to know, because you're probably a fucking
well,
alien, an actual
just
fucking alien
just
from
be
outer
careful
space.
if you do that because you don't want the Area 51 to find your ass. But
Yeah, Area 51. It'll come straight to you. I'm an alien for real,
yeah,
or
they'll
a
fucking
fucking
open you up.
lizard.
But if you do bleed a different color, hey, good for you. I guess you're a special fucking human today.
Yeah, but don't cut yourself. We're not telling you to do that. But we're just saying that racism is overrated. Please stop with that shit.
Yeah.
Think about the most important thing is who the fuck is going to be our president, and who is going to make our lives fucking better. Period.
Right, and also worry about yourselves too. Like if you can't, if you're short on something or you just don't have the means to help somebody else, please don't feel forced to do it.
No.
Take care of your needs. Take care of your
Exactly.
family needs. Sometimes you have to be selfish for yourselves in order to help others. People don't become selfish, or people don't become, mass supporters of companies being open and free to everybody. Sometimes you have to be selfish, take care of yourself to do the stuff to help others. Like that's why rich people do what they do, is because they know how to take care of themselves first. So just if you're out there in the street, you see a homeless man and all you have is $10 in your card, don't be ashamed to give him a couple dollars, keep the rest for yourself. You helped him whatever he needed, but you're helping yourself because you can get something to eat or drink or gas. It's not about what you do, or it's not about how you do it, it's what you do that matters. Okay, don't be afraid to be selfish when the time comes to it, but don't be afraid to give out too. Don't be afraid to dish out too. And like she says, enough with this racism bullshit. Enough with this attacking each other just because you have a different fucking religion. Who fucking cares what your religion is? You want to believe in a fish? Believe in a fish. You want to believe in a cow? Believe in a cow. I don't fucking care. What matters more is the fact that you're a human being and you should be loved and cared for by everybody else around you.
And God's all in one, anyways.
God, exactly. Exactly. We all came from the same fucking creator. If you believe him or not, guess what? He's there. Earth didn't create itself. Grass didn't create itself. Water didn't just magically fucking appeared. Things were created. No matter how much you think of it, things were created by something. Nothing cannot be created by nothing. Doesn't fucking work.
So we hope you like our Everything and Anything podcasts. Please like and share and
Please
comment.
like, share, comment.
Give
Put
us
it
a
out
thumbs
there.
up or a thumbs down. It don't matter.
It really doesn't matter. Honestly, we're not doing this for money right now. We're doing this because we're we're bored. We wanted to just talk and vent and maybe out there have some other voices and stuff.
And we like to entertain, and we're funny as fuck. It'll get there.
Yeah,
We're just not there yet.
it'll build. Trust me, it will build. This is just episode 0, so you're not gonna get the full extended laughter of us laughing and wheezing like idiots. We haven't even watched anything that's funny, anyways.
And we will.
Yeah, well, yes, we definitely will. But thank you all so much for your patience. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Those people who give us positive feedback, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you very much for your positive feedbacks. For you out there who gives negative feedbacks, thank you for watching. Regardless,
Yes, thank you.
thank you for your negative feedback too, for spending and wasting your time watching our video.
And I'm just grateful and hope to hear from you all. And we are going to be on different what is it called? Medias.
Yeah.
So you will find us in different medias, and hope to see you there, and hope you enjoy.
We will be posting our different medias at the end of every single video. from her to her TikToks and her stuff like that to my videos as well, to my YouTube channel and stuff like that, and my Rumble. We'll be having different accounts. So if you can't find us one, uh, there's multiple out there. We're just trying to build this, really, just to put it out there so we can have more of you guys come to us to talk to us. I'm just gonna tell you right now, off the fucking bat, off the rip, we don't want donations. We don't want money. We don't want none of that stuff because we're not there yet, guys. We don't have anything to offer you besides our own opinions. We don't have any researching things out there yet. Not yet. Not yet.
We are poor ass trailer park people,
Yes, we're poor ass trailer
but
park
we
trash.
like to talk.
Yes, we like to talk about all kinds of stuff and have fun. This, but we are planning on doing something. But before we end this completely, this podcast will be seasonal, like animes or movies. The first season will be up to 8 episodes of us talking and getting out there with our voices for you guys to understand. The next season will be something special. We're going to have a longer season. We're going to be talking a lot about longer stuff. It's going to change throughout every single season. So we're going to try to entertain you guys as much as possible through every season.
And if you have different opinions or different things that you would like us to do, or say or talk about, please feel free to comment or even leave us a message or something, so then we can talk about the topics that you want to hear, and we can go from there. Um, but yes, this is our first, and we hope that you really enjoyed this mumble bumble stuff. It's not it's about everything, um, and we like to hear from you.
Right. And these episodes will be, you know, once a week. We'll be posting these once a week. Um, every Monday we'll be posting a video. Every Monday we'll be recording. So next Monday, this video will be out. I have to edit it. I gotta censor it for a lot of other fucking places like YouTube and TikTok and all this other bullshit.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take a while for me to edit everything and to get everything proper and primed and to post everything out there. So every Monday we'll be doing a video. Now, when season 2 comes, we're going to be doing it a little bit different. We will be probably doing 3 to 4 videos a week when we start doing season 2. But
Because we'll be used to it.
yeah, we'll be used to it. Plus, we'll be having some entertainment for you guys to enjoy as we do our thing. So, um, well, that is it for today, guys. Thank you all for watching, for listening. We'll be having more things up in episode 1. The first episode, the real legit episode next week, will be a lot better, a lot less scruffy,
More smooth.
and we'll be having more videos and more stuff to watch. So again, thank you guys very much. Love you guys. See you guys in the next episode.
Thank you. Love you all. Goodbye.